we'd had a long relationship with Atlantic Philanthropies, and Susan Corey had really worked hard on that relationship, and they came through with just over 30 million. And that gave us a good basis to talk to the federal and state governments. And again, Susan's relationship, particularly with John Brumby, I think helped, and they put up 50 million. And Leon Davis's relationship with John Howard helped as well, and we were able to get 50 million from the federal government as well. We now have a WeHi which has got world-class labs. I think that's that's probably the key aspect of the project. I think the way the labs work and the reaction we've had to them from the staff has been terrific, and we've been able to do that both in the old building and the new building. And I think that creating that work environment for the staff and you know, particularly for the scientists is what WeHi is all about, and so I think that's probably been the most satisfying aspect of it. To build something like this, which has had in the end a budget of about 160 million, everybody's basically got to pitch in, and the building committee was really designed to take the pressure off the board for what in the end is a lot of detailed work, and but basically everybody in the end wants to get it done as soon as possible. And I felt in terms of cooperation, once we started building, the whole thing went incredibly well. And while we've had obviously you have a few sort of bits and pieces that don't go quite the way you wanted them to, in terms of projects that I've worked on, I think this has been probably the most pleasant. And in terms of anything like overruns and so on, we just haven't had those issues. So it's actually been a really pleasant project to work on. The fact that the client was WeHi meant that the stakeholders really put their shoulder to the wheel and really endeavoured to do their best. And I think we had somewhat less conflict because there was a real effort on all parties, because it was for scientific research, and to some extent it was a bit of a it was a great project to be involved in, that they could, the professional players could put on their CVs. I felt all the way through we got somewhat more cooperation and somewhat less conflict than I've seen in other projects. So I think to that extent the project went well, and I think WeHi has done very well out of it.